all the people involved. I hope that the situation will kind of blow over for everybody. But yeah, Deleted just did a video about Drake fans. So, oh my God, no, it is about Derapy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream in the mic. I'm sorry. It is about Derapy, bro. He's saying Drake fans are soft and that Derapy is the soft Drake fan. Oh my God, I want to fucking die. It's not that serious. I don't care that much. But wow, this is crazy. This is like 2 streams in a row where I'm getting beef unfolding during the stream. It happened yesterday with the T-Pain thing, and it's happening again today, bro. This is absolutely nuts. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and spin this. That is insane. I literally said it. It's like since Curtis King did a video, you knew Deleted was gonna do a fucking video about it. Now I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm not. Like, I do corny things like on a minute-to-minute basis, so it's not. And again, I don't think it was corny. I just like, damn, like it seems so mean, and I would not want that to happen to me. That's like literally just, that's it. Like it just, and I hate bullying. Like I genuinely hate bullying, and like it definitely felt like bullying. It looked like bullying. It smelled like bullying.
DIY. What's good with you DIYers? This is Curtis King of Curtis
All right, hang on.
King TV, and today we will be addressing in a very compact and straight to the point way why Derapy was let go from the collective. Yesterday's live stream.
They were grieving him about like the opening the can in the mic thing. I don't understand the context of like any of that shit, bro. It seemed like a very well.
You're not going to get that here. You can keep on.
Wait, what?
Yesterday's live stream, if you're looking for an apology, you're not going to get that here. You can keep on going another video. But what I do understand now with some other perspective is that 4 hours is absolutely ridiculous. So what I want to do is just use this video as a reference point as
damn, like the lack of desire to apologize is fucking endemic amongst men, bro. It's crazy how much of like society would be fixed if men would just be like, just eat it and be like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bad, bro. For real. I think I literally posted that on Threads a couple of weeks ago. I literally was like, maturing as a man is like realizing something. Like, let me see. I forgot what it was. Right. Maturing as a man is realizing the power of letting your ego going and saying, yeah, you're right, my bad. Like, it's like the thing with freaking Yusuf and T-Pain yesterday. All he had to do was be like, you're right, my bad. No, Yusuf literally doubled down. Congratulations on getting blackballed by T-Pain and everyone T-Pain fucks with, which is AMP, Earth Gang, Dreezy, AMP. That's a lot of people, all the people that fuck with AMP. Like, that was not a smart thing to do, in my opinion. Like, all it takes is just to be like, my bad, you're right. Like, I could have approached the situation better. And I don't know, bro.
It's a little bit of,
I'm not saying Curtis is doing that. I'm just saying I've noticed that in general, even in myself. Like, that's why I put that post out on Threads.
Context so that you have your information for those that this concerns. The collective is actually a byproduct of a Discord that was created by Deleted. Deleted handpicked all the creators that he saw that were out here. He brought them inside of a Discord and he decided who he felt would be appropriate for the environment. He actually was the one that brought in Derapy. I was not familiar with Derapy, especially from the first episode of the collective live stream. Now, the collective live stream happened because I asked Deleted. I said, hey man, I see what Culture United is doing. And I talked to Justin beforehand to see if I could have his good graces. And of course he co-signed that. I said, I think there's an opportunity where Culture United is more so about the professionals, journalists, and professional media voices. And I think we need something that speaks specifically to the reaction-based YouTube community. Now, fast forward to when I asked Deleted about the possibility of us doing a live stream just like Culture United. He said, hell yeah, let's do it. And as I started to pull some of these names, now fast forward to the actual live stream, I sacrificed my channel for some names that I wasn't really familiar with. One of those were Derapy. I was not familiar with his channel. I had to play catch up before he actually came on the channel, and that was a mistake of mine. I should have properly vetted who it was that I was talking to.
Okay.
Because then I could have set better expectations for what I expected.
So what did you, I'm interested to see like what he's gonna say that he expected, because that's interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
inside of this particular chat. Before this second episode of The Collective, I had no issues with Derapy. I thought Derapy was an awesome addition in terms of just being a wild card, somebody that's very opinionated, even colorful about their opinions. However, something that I noticed in not only the first episode, but the second episode is that sometimes Derapy allows his overexcitement to get him to overtalk people, upstage people, and just, in my opinion, do some things that are very inconsiderate of those that are expressing their opinions just like him. It feels like at times he wants to win brownie points with the audience as opposed to having a civil conversation, specifically with my guy Justin Hunt. And this is nothing that Justin's ever expressed to me, but I take issue with that because obviously I'm the host of this particular live stream. Justin is getting ready to wrap up his point, and as you can see, in order for him to talk, he has to tap his microphone. It lights up, and then he proceeds to do what he does here, which I just didn't like.
It's tough for me to analyze because I do think there's way too much truth to how he feels about himself and the losses he's taken in his life.
Okay, Kanye fucking sucks. I just feel like I've been sitting here too long listening to people be like, I feel sad for him. Delita gave like a whole dissertation.
Under normal circumstances,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, just looking at that, I genuinely don't understand what is wrong so far.
had this been someone that we were all familiar with, because I didn't know Derapy, I had to do research.
Is it because he's not one of the cool? It just feels like bullying. This feels so okay. Now, okay, I'm not gonna call it immature because I don't want to say that, but like I just don't know how else to perceive this, bro. Like, what is your justification for why he's being treated like this? Is it because you don't know him, because he's not cool to you? Because I mean, that's, I don't know, bro.
Before I even brought him on the first episode, the comfortability here that he may be missing is an issue when you're talking to such a veteran like Justin Hunt. Not that he's not capable of taking somebody being rude, but I take offense to it because this is somebody who has literally created a lot of things within the space that we get to enjoy.
But I don't understand. Well, it's already interesting to me taking offense on behalf of someone else, but like I can understand that. Like I have homies where it's like, my homie don't gotta crash out, I'll crash out for him, bro. If you really do him like that. I have family members like that. It's like they won't have to crash out. I'm standing right here, right next to you, bro. I got you before they even like have a reaction to what you just did or said. So I get that. I 100% like empathize with that. But what I don't understand what it is that Derapy did. Like, even if you say, like, for example, that Derapy wanted the super chat money, like that's not a crazy thing for someone to say. And it's not hard to be like, oh, like, no. Well, and I don't think he ever explicitly even asked for the money based on what I understand about this situation. It's not a difficult thing to just be like, oh, like, no, how it's gonna work is it's mine because it's my channel. Like that's conversations I have with people all the time. Like, and it's usually, some people take it poorly, which Derapy could have been totally within his right to take it poorly. And then from that point, he could have been like, oh, I'm mad because they literally said they're not going to split the super chat money with me, even though it's hosted on Curtis King's channel. And he said, and they all agreed that, okay, whoever's channel is hosting it, that super chat is going to go to them, which is just normal. Like I could not imagine actually splitting super chat money. But at the same time, I wouldn't be upset if I had a collective group and someone just brought it up and was like, hey, like, are we going to split that? Like, I don't understand how this is going to work. Is that going to get split? Are there going to be other opportunities for people to host so that we can also, like, I don't think that's that bad. And Deleted said something interesting too. Someone said something. It was like, it's not about money. And once you start bringing up money, that's going to be bad for everyone else involved. I think he said it in Curtis King's live stream the other day. And I was just like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, so you guys, you're telling me none of you guys think about making money in this like media endeavor that you guys have going on? That just seems like unfair to cast him as like this money hungry guy. And then the whole thing about it being $36 was really mean too, but I'm really dragging it. Let's just keep going.
Here on YouTube. But
yeah,
this
it
alone
seems
is very minor,
personal.
right? In the midst of us having spirited conversations, sometimes we do overtalk each other.
That's how I don't understand how that's over talking though. Like I don't feel like he's casting it correctly. Like, how is this over talking?
It's tough for me to analyze because I do think there's way too much truth to how he feels about himself and the losses he's taken in his life.
Okay,
like he's like basically done talking, and then he just anticipated that he would be done talking, and then he went in and said something, which I feel like everyone would be allowed to say something at any point once someone is done talking. Like, I don't I don't get that, bro. I don't get what he's trying to say in terms of like he's over talking him.
A lot of things within the space that we get to enjoy. Sometimes we do overtalk each other. Not such a big deal. However, what is a big deal to me is what happened in this particular part of the video. Now, throughout the night, everybody here is just chilling, right? It's very much like a barbershop conversation. Sometimes you got folks that are taking shots. Sometimes they're drinking beer. And all that is cool until we came to this moment with Derapy. I understand that he's 28 and that some people may see that as being a kid. However, I personally look at this as you're an adult and there's certain things that are just not okay, especially when people have given you the respect to get your point across. When he taps his microphone, he's kind of letting the rest of the group know, in my opinion, that he's ready to speak. Well, watch what he does in this situation when he activates his microphone.
And they trying to, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get their views up. I feel like some of them realize they made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? They chose the wrong side, and they realize, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have been a little more, unbiased.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of goofy. It's kind of funny at the same time. Like, he literally turned his mic on just to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why he did that, but at the same time, I don't know like why it's a thing to take such offense to. Maybe he's just being a goofy guy. Maybe I'm shooting him too much bail. I don't know if doing that is worth the level of crash out that he has received.
To unmute your microphone, crack open a beer, and then mute it back as you sit back. Different generation, but I think that no matter what generation, that's just flat out rude. It's disrespectful, especially in a community where we're still getting to know each other. We're still only on episode 2. Now, fast forwarding a little bit, I did a live stream.
I can kind of see where Curtis is coming from, though. I can empathize with that a lot. I see where he's coming from. But going off of what you said, Dexo, it does make it seem, right? This is kind of evidence to that point that it seemed more personal, and that his ultimate eviction from the group and kind of the reaction to his response to that seems personal and calculated. And again, it seems, I'm not taking any sides, love everyone involved, but like it does seem to be kind of like this group bullying situation.
After the collective live stream that had nothing to do with it. It was just me celebrating with my audience all the milestones and progression that we were making with all these interviews. It's a really proud moment. Well, he comes in and he kind of semi-trolls, and I guess he feels comfortable to do that, even though I haven't done that with him in his platform. This is where I address it.
Yeah, but he's also like 12 years younger than you. He is essentially a kid compared to you.
Directly.
Like when you were a teenager, he was just being born.
However, I think the mistake that I made was making it lighthearted, because it wasn't a lighthearted situation to me. I took a lot of offense to him interrupting the homie like that. But this is what I said.
In the middle of me trying to be a good host, I just saw something that pissed me off in that interview, that collective live stream. You did something that pissed me off. You want me to tell you in front of these 200 people? You know what you did, Derapy? You went and turned your microphone on just so you can crack it on the microphone while somebody was talking. Can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Now, I did it this way because I know that we're in mixed company. Some of these people are possibly viewers of his, and out of respect of not trying to embarrass him, even though I felt like that was his goal with the last thing that he did, I still handled this one with kitty gloves. Here's what he had to say when he acknowledged that he did do it.
Oh, damn. It is really personal, at least between the both of them.
Ain't no my bad. You knew you did that shit on purpose. I didn't even realize until I looked back and going through clips. I said, did this nigga really just put the...
But he literally said, my bad, though. Like, that's literally what I'm saying, bro. Like, if he said, my bad, why can't you let it go? Bro, like, why can't you let it go? Like, if he said he was man enough to literally just be like, yeah, my bad. Like, that's actually kind of funny and goofy that I did that. Like, my bad. Bro, just my bad. Like, it's crazy that you can do that and people's response will still be like, nah, I'm not taking that. It's like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
It says here in the actual live stream, I did it on purpose. Ha 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 ha.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but he's literally copying to it. That's like, where is the sin, bro? Please explain to me why he deserved this group bullying. Cause like, so far I have no explanation that is worthy of that.
It says here in the actual live stream, I did it on purpose. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
I'm sorry, some of you may still see this as a minor infraction.
Yeah, I do. I genuinely do. I wish that I could ask him, like, I don't know, bro.
I look at this and I say, that's not the type of energy that I would want in a collective live stream, which is why I would have addressed this with him had we jumped into an episode 3 and I said, this is the reason why I cannot bring you back on the channel. Earlier this day,
So it's one strike and you're out? Like, I don't know, bro.
I'm still in a good mood. He said some things that for me was the final straw in terms of I definitely can't have you come on the channel anymore. Inside of our Discord, he left the following messages for anybody to respond to. He said, can we all agree that 10 is too much for a panel? LOL. I'm cool to sit a few out so we can have some other voices, by the way. I said yes, because I felt like even moderating it, it was a lot of people. He goes on to say, I just think for the sake of a quality product and productive conversation, gotta be less talking heads. He said, I'm thinking 5 to 6 max. I also think hosting them on different channels and letting the moderators switch would be super fun too. At the moment, I didn't have an issue with the actual suggestions. They're not bad suggestions.
They're not actually. They're really good suggestions from what I see so far.
We should cut the amount of people that are on there down. My issue is more so about where are we trying to push this? Is this about what's good for the collective, or is this about what's good for Derapy? I didn't have anything to go off of, but my spidey senses started tingling.
Well, would not the spidey sense tingle be based more so on your previous interactions with him and kind of your like predetermined, self-admitted perception and feelings about him already, kind of based off of what you consider to be disrespect to other people or to the group, which I still have a little bit of difficulty understanding genuinely. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around what is wrong with him being willing to speak up, or what's wrong with him being goofy, basically. I think he's like the youngest person in that group, I'm pretty sure. Or no, Deleted is older than him too. Deleted's older than I think people know. But like, I don't know if it's worthy of that level of scrutinizing.
So I told him after some thought, I said, Culture United is 8 people max, which is the model that we've been following. So I'm down to test about 6 to 8. Also, the spin-off reaction streams with 2 to 3 people are going to be gold too. Matter of fact, we tested that out when we had the Hidden Hills reaction with Jalopy and JV from the Ville. That actually went really, really well. There's nobody that has a patent on us coming together and having these clubhouse type conversations on camera. And with that said, if he wanted to create his own, let's say, Derps Live and invited people of his own, nobody would have said anything about it. He goes on to say, that way, if you want to see the company man and Deleted, you got to go to Moni's channel or go to Read My Soul to see him talk to Jalopy, Crew, and Derapy. I think that would really boost subs and also spread the bread. And the way that I read this, you may read it different.
I'm definitely going to read it differently because, again, like, niggas wanting to get money on the internet is like, that's like fucking breathing air. Like, that's not bad, bro. Like, and also, bro, like, I don't know, bro. You're not trying to see a young nigga get money? Like, what's the problem with that?
And I got to respect that. The way that I read this is using other names because you have an ulterior motive to fill your pockets and or push your own narrative. Derapy has a channel where...
No, that's literally not what he's saying. He's saying this is how we can all leverage what everyone brings to the table so we can all build together. Like, I can understand Curtis King reading it the way he's reading it because of his predisposition to Derapy. But like, genuinely, I feel like most people are going to look at this and be like, oh no, that makes sense because we want everyone to keep growing. Like, this is a very normal thing for collectives to do. I feel like, even like, it's like Nicki Minaj being on Ice Spice's album. Like, Nicki Minaj could just do a single of her own and have Ice Spice on it, and that would still help Ice Spice grow. Or Nicki Minaj could have Ice Spice be on her album, and that would help her grow too. But like, the point of her being on a album hosted by Ice Spice, which I don't know if that actually happened, but I do know she signed Ice at some point. The point of that, and the reason why people do that, why The Weeknd will be on Nav's album, why Travis Scott will be on Don Toliver's album, and why he should have been on Sofago's album before they dropped him, is because when the smaller person is hosting the bigger person, the smaller person gets traction. They grow. It helps them boost followership and spread. That's like a very normal thing. And you would think, especially Curtis King being like a literal certified like legend in music, I would think that it would be something he would be able to empathize with. So it seems that it's mostly based on the predisposition, which is that he just doesn't like Derapy, honestly, based on things that are kind of understandable. But again, they're saying that Derapy could have gone to have a conversation with Curtis King and that he didn't have to do all of this. But why couldn't Curtis King have just been like, you know what? I kind of just don't like the way you act. Or I feel like, right, you're supposed to use I statements, right? It's like, I feel very offended when people are getting interrupted on the stream, at least when I'm hosting it, because I want there to be a certain quality of rapport between all of the people on the panel. Like, I think that's a conversation that should have happened way before it gets to the point of Derapy feeling like he got bullied out of the group. And then for him to have what is a very on-brand response to it, and then for everyone to dogpile him the way they did, is where I actually view the mistake. I mean, Derapy could have not said anything, yes, but it's like, what does he do wrong by saying anything? What does he do wrong by making a joke about it? What does he, I don't know, bro. It's very interesting. I don't think he did anything that was warranted. And I know, like, Deleted is probably going to do a pack out video for Derapy, and I just think that would be very mean and very not the right thing to do as well. But I don't know, we got to wait to see. Because I mean, based off of this, what Curtis King is doing right now, this makes me think that for sure Deleted is going to do a video on it. And it's just like, because they feel very justified. It seems like they feel very justified in doing it, and I just can't understand why.
He is able.
You said, like, of course, Derapy is thinking about money. He's probably broke, LOL, when Curtis already got money from this. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it's literally his full-time gig. And again, like, so even based off of what you just said, Dexo, it seems like Curtis King would be able to empathize with that. Like, Curtis King has already done this grind. Like, I literally said in my community post yesterday, I'm switching up what I'm doing on this channel because I'm inspired directly by Curtis King. Like, we all, like, we want to be like you, bro. Like, you're literally the blueprint. Like, we're inspired by you. We don't fucking hate you. We don't want to disrespect you. And like, anyone who might be disrespecting you, like, you might perceive as disrespect, I promise, like, it's probably not meant like that. It's probably just a misunderstanding due to like generational differences between the people. I mean, again, Curtis King is like 13 years older than Derapy. So it's just like, I don't know, bro. What's wrong with him wanting to build something for himself too, and wanting to leverage the group? Like, conglomerates do that, businesses do that, social media groups do that, fucking Bop House does that. Like, what's the problem with Derapy suggesting that? So it seems like, I don't know, man. And I don't know. It just seemed like bullying, though. That much I can say for sure. It does seem like bullying. And it seems like there's a predisposition to not liking Derapy for whatever reason. And I don't know.
Able to give his unfiltered opinions, uninterrupted, not having to wait for anybody. He does a solo podcast.
I think I'll quit if Justin Hunt makes a video about this. That's what I'm saying. I would be very shocked if like Read My Soul does a video. I would be shocked if the Company Man does a video. It's like, I don't know. I didn't expect Curtis King to double down like this, but since he probably got a lot of backlash for the stream, like outside of just his stream viewers and stuff like that, because he was banning like people, like most of the stream was spent just banning people, to be real with you. And just based off of what I was observing, it was crazy. Comments were disappearing like crazy. So I'm not surprised at this, and I guarantee you Deleted is gonna do a video too, and we'll probably react to that too. But like outside of that, I would be shocked if like literally anybody did. And from that point, I would be like, okay, something is very fishy here, because maybe I too am a poor judge of character, and maybe Derapy was right all along about, you know, the entire situation being kind of weird, to be real with you.
He's good at what he does. I could see him getting visibly irritated at times with having to wait for everybody's input when there's 10 people. Who wouldn't? But there's also some decorum and respect that you gotta hold yourself with when you're in an environment like that, because it's not just about you. This will boost subs and also
but
spread.
He didn't say it's about just him. He said it's for everybody. He didn't even mention himself. He used examples of other people. He even said, I will sit out panels.
The bread. The thing about the collective is that even when we do the live streams on my channel, it still boosts the subs of the people who get an opportunity to speak. Spread the bread. Now, I'm assuming he's talking about the super chats that we had. In his video response that he has on his channel, he speaks specifically to the amount of super chats that he saw me read off.
Now I've been accused of pocket watching, or saying something that would come off as pocket watching, which is honestly delusion. Like, it's not delusional to say that I thought about how much money was made from a collective stream, because I did. Curtis King, when he's reading super chats for like hours and he says that he has 120 donations, he said that publicly. I was in the live chat hanging out listening to it after I left, and I jokingly said in the chat in all caps with the skull emoji, I want my cut.
And he actually made a comment about that in his video response to the collective kick me out, which I don't like the title because it implies that everybody had a group vote to kick him out. We'll get to that in just a second. Spread the bread bothers me because...
Well, no, we know now that it was just you and Deleted I mean, at least it seems like that.
Not once. And all the people, let's say it's been about 20, 30 people in Culture United, in the collective, has anybody asked about money. But it was brought to my attention in that video that he recently lost his job. And I don't say that to be disrespectful, to be condescending, but it does offer a bit of a motive to why someone would want to railroad or even ruin what I think is a really good thing that is building momentum. Why?
I don't understand how that railroads or ruins it, because like, even if he didn't lose his job, but the goal was to be a full-time YouTuber, like, that doesn't change the context really at all. In fact, it bolsters his point, actually. It's like, hey, and again, that's not even like it's not even, we're saying this as if to say like Derapy definitely did say it's about the super chats, when it seems like it was a joke in that context of him saying I want my cut. And then at least with this point that he's saying here about wanting to spread the bread, it just, like, that makes sense. Even I'm thinking that when I watch a Curtis King stream, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of super chats. Like, at the end of the 4-hour stream the other day, brother just spent like the last hour just reading super chats. And I can guarantee you it was more money than he made in any of those like collective streams that were hosted on his channel. And I could understand why Derapy, not necessarily wanting a cut of that, but wanting to grow his channel so that he could do something similar and maybe leverage his connection to the collective to be able to do that. And again, I think he meant that it would be good for everybody. Like, why would you, so you're going to tell me that nobody else wants to grow their channel like that? You're going to tell me nobody else wants to actually host it on their channel at some point? You're telling me no one else wants to run it up like Curtis King is? That's interesting.
They even change it right now if it's working.
I don't think he's a weirdo. I think he's human. I think he's having a human reaction to something that is very normal. I think it's very, very, very normal for him to have this reaction. I'm not even gonna try to, my bad. I'm not even gonna try to judge it like that, honestly. I'm only just saying that, like, I don't see the because Derapy is essentially getting bullied right now. This is bullying. This is just bullying. And like, you know who we should bully? Fucking Elon Musk. That's who we should be fucking bullying. We should be bullying Jeff Bezos. We should be bullying we should be using energy to bully fucking Mark Zuckerberg or Daniel Ek. Like, not like, those are niggas that deserve bullying, not Derapy, who's trying to grow his YouTube channel from the ground up. Like, that, the way they are, like, it's like, let me reiterate, it was 4 hours devoted to bullying him. Deleted was in there going crazy. They were sending Curtis King money in super chats to bully him more. Like, it was 1,500 people. That's all I'm saying is it was mean as fuck. Just mean as fuck. And I'm waiting for the justification of that. And I haven't found it yet.
We're only on the second episode. You know, I gave it some thought about how to respond to that because I know things can be taken out of context. I said, you know, I think that...
Oh, that's why Abso-fucking-lutely was roasting Curtis King. I was watching her video and I didn't understand, like, why she was so against Curtis King. He got mad and weird and passive aggressive, and his fans tried to dox her. That's facts. Derapy ran it up that night on his stream too. He did, absolutely. He definitely did. But damn, I don't know, bro. Cause I don't know. I didn't know that. I never saw that side of Curtis King before, honestly. So I wouldn't know anything about that. That What's the Dirt AI photo was what flipped me all the way on Derapy's side. I didn't see that, but I did see a lot of people just like comparing him to What's the Dirt in this situation. And again, I personally disagree with him being like What's the Dirt in any way, shape, or form. They were talking about him being like not black enough. That was another thing. Like, that's just like that's textbook bullying from like black people to other black people. It's like, oh, you're not black enough to be like us. We're like the cool kind of black. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about with that shit? Like, that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. Like, Curtis King called him a fat back at that. Like, he was calling him like he was making fun of him, like, because he was calling him a Drake fan and a Drake channel, or he was like saying, oh, because he supported Drake at some point, that, oh, this just makes sense. I wouldn't have expected anything different. I don't know, bro. It's just like, that was literally all. Like, I just remember him being mean as fuck for 4 hours. It's crazy. I could keep naming like more mean stuff that he was saying and that he was letting the chat say. He was blocking literally anybody that even remotely criticized what he was saying, but he was letting them say absolutely diabolical shit about Derapy. He was letting them super chat it.
That's a call that Deleted should make, since his name in
Curtis King is mixed.
this Discord was his idea.
I didn't know that because my brother is like light. Like, he has like lighter skin than Curtis King. He's like super light, but he's 100% like black. Like, we're African, so it's always hard for me to tell who's mixed, honestly, because like black people can be like any damn color, bro. Like any damn color.
It was the platform. It's usually about maximizing the reach of each episode, not necessarily the revenue. I don't ask people to super chat. With us sharing that reach, we all collectively have the opportunity to increase subscribers while sharing and monetizing the content on our respective platforms. With that said, I think there's plenty of room for spin-off shows. We made about $516, I believe, in super chats. If we were to break that down after the 30% YouTube revenue fee, that would be about $36 that we would split between every single person that was a part of that particular live stream. I would have no problem making sure that I sent over $36 to Derapy if that's what he really needed.
So then why are we having this conversation? For one, you're saying $36 like it's minuscule, and it's like, if it's minuscule, then why not just send it to him? Why not have just split it in the first place? Like, oh yeah, like I couldn't have done this content without y'all. Boom. On top of us, you know, putting together some dope shit and having great vibes, we're gonna split the bread also. Like, I have no problem telling people to fuck off. It's not your bread. But also, if you're gonna say you have no problem with it and you're gonna describe the amount of it as if it is something so minuscule, then why not just, I don't know.
But my issue is just say that's what you needed. I don't think that's an unreasonable ask, since you're giving your time and partly your audience is within there. But once again, I have an issue with the source that's coming from. I would have much less of an issue if it was Screwface. No issue, of course, if it was Deleted, because it's his platform and brand. Or
wait, why no issue if it was Screwface though? Even Deleted, like, why? Is it just because he's not as cool as you guys, or he doesn't have as big of a channel as you guys? Because that's all I can see so far.
Of course, like my guy Justin the Company Man, but it wasn't. It was Derapy. And the reason I say that is because Derapy almost wasn't a guest on episode 2. Deleted and I were the ones that actually put together the roster for this one. He didn't include Derapy's name on there. He wanted to make sure that he included other people that he invited to the group, because it's much more than who you see in the live streams. Derapy comments back, I agree that using the
Okay. All right. All right, let's just keep going.
collective name and hosting panels willy-nilly would be not great. But I imagine we'd agree there's space for people within the Discord to collaborate without oversight. The way that I look at that is that you want to be able to run the show how you want without somebody telling you how to use the collective brand. And if that's the case, it's probably time to start your own situation, you know.
Okay, so I'm still confused because, okay, Curtis King was initially upset because Derapy was disrespectful in a stream that Curtis was moderating on his channel. So it would seem that Curtis has a way that he would like to moderate the stream, and that he is upset, or yeah, he's upset that it was not, that Derapy did not abide by those implicit or explicit rules and guidelines for that stream. So like, Curtis King does not have a problem with having specific rules and guidelines for his own stream that's hosted on his own channel, and there's no oversight for Curtis King when he's hosting it and when he's moderating. So like, why is it bad that Derapy would even imply something like that? He didn't even explicitly say that, but if you're thinking he implied that, why is that bad? And then also, if like, Curtis King keeps saying that it's Deleted's thing, and that Deleted is the one that runs this group, he's the one that started it, he's like the leader, the ringleader of this shit. So then it's like, okay, if it's Deleted's and you get to host it, why would it be such a stretch for Derapy to be like, oh, so other people should get to host it too, like the company man or Moni or Justin Hunt or Read My Soul or me, because I'm a part of the fucking group too. Like, why is that so crazy for him to say that you have to be like, maybe you should start your own shit if you want to host it? Bro, you are literally here saying that you didn't even start it, but you get to host it. So again, it just seems like, oh, you're not as cool as us, or your channel is not as big as ours yet, which is like, the you're not as cool as us thing is just like, I don't know, bro. That's just bullying. But you're not as big as us. That's literally his point. He's trying to fucking grow. Like,
You know, I gave thought to it after he even said this. I said, that's not a bad idea. I said, why don't I just do a DIY or United show? Once again, attempting to be
she just doesn't like him.
diplomatic, I told him I agree there's room in the space for a bunch of different shows. He responds by saying the show was great. People loved it. I'm just looking at ways to tweak things and make sure everyone eats and everyone shines. Here we go again. Spread the bread. Everyone eats. I'm a fair person. I'm a fair human being. And if I have the opportunity to break bread, anybody who does business.
Okay, so then why don't you just say, no, we're only going to host it on my channel? And then if he asks for a reason why, be like, because I have the most reach. And like, I think that's what's best for, just shut it down.
With me will tell you, I will make the effort, even if it means I take home less. Plus, $500 is very little money in the grand scheme of things if we continue to build this, because the audience will be larger and the opportunities for sponsorships will be larger. That's the way that I'm viewing it, at least. But he wants to make sure everybody...
Yes, but is that not easier for you to say because it's your super chat? Like, it's your bread. So it's easy for you to say that. That's like, I see what Derapy is saying as the smallest channel, as the person who was trying to grow because they went full time into YouTube. They don't have any other job now, and they're trying to get it to like fund their life basically, which is something I would expect Curtis King to be able to empathize with. You can't say that it's small. You can't say that any amount of money is small. That's easy for you to say when your ad revenue, he literally said it in his stream. Ad revenue is going crazy right now. Super chats are going crazy right now. Thank you guys for that. Like, why is it that you get to say that and be happy about it and be happy that you strove for it, but someone else can't? I don't know, bro. There's no justification for the bullying, bro.
It eats. Even though everybody's handles, everybody's YouTubes have all been put inside the videos. Now, before I could even create my own DIYers United, Deleted came in and he had my back in this conversation. He said, yeah, I would say to Derapy, I would say keep the collective where it's at so there's no confusion. And if anyone hosts on their own channel, just call it whatever you want and ask the creators in here if they would like to join. Deleted then says, Curtis King actually hit me on the side and asked, what did I think about an idea for the collective on his channel? And I said it's a good idea because I didn't plan on doing any hosting of my own. So the collective title should stay on
okay, so they did say that, right?
Curtis's channel.
But
and
did they say this to Derapy?
One else can basically name theirs and invite whoever is in here whenever it's hosted. For as diabolical and as crazy and crashing out and packing people out as Deleted is on these videos, Deleted is a very fair human being. He then goes to address some of the...
No, that's a bar. This is like one of the first legitimate points that I've seen him make so far. Like, yeah, if he said that and he mentioned everyone when he said that, that should have shut that conversation down right then and there. But so now I'm like wondering, like, how does it get from here to we're gonna kick Derapy out of it? Deleted is going to decide to kick Derapy out of it.
Really complicated language that Derapy used by saying, and when it comes to revenue and oversight, that's solely for that host channel. Not sure if that was the question or not, but yeah, that's automatic. I made this space specifically to network.
Okay, again, like, so boom, like, see, I would have led with this, honestly. There's like, if Deleted addressed it as the leader of the group and he's saying like, yeah, no, it's gonna go to the person who's hosting it. Like, we're not gonna do any of that money splitting. And if you want to host it, you can invite people, you can call it whatever you want. But on Curtis's channel, it's going to be called The Collective. And that's the brand, that's what we're doing, that's what it's gonna stay as. That's fair. So if Derapy crashes out from this point, that's on Derapy, honestly. But if they crash out further from this point, then that's got to be on them. Because I don't know how you get from this point to Derapy making a video about getting kicked out.
Get game, ask questions, brainstorm, and collaborate. But that's not a necessity. And if any creator in here decides to charge a fee prior to collaborating, that's up to you and the host in a private chat. However, I was under the impression that the host gets the revenue. Not sure if I answered the oversight question correctly. at everyone. I 1000% agree. I believe Derapy should have been a lot more clear about, if you guys are going to be making super chat money and I'm going to be here for the hours that I'm here, I would like to get a cut of the super chat. He should have said that before, not after he saw 125 or 35 super chats, because it looks opportunistic. You know, speaking of opportunistic,
Okay, sure.
Derapy
Sure.
reacted in a way that I felt like was a little passive aggressive. He says to the entire group, just a heads up, Derapy Yaps Live 32. And the problem that arose is that his thumbnail, before he changed it to this one, was actually the exact same thumbnail that we used during our actual live stream. To me, it's misleading. After you already came into the group and said that you want to spread the bread, after you came in here and you already said that you want to make sure that everybody eats, which to me sounds like coded language to I want to make sure that I eat, which everybody has their own responsibilities and I understand it. I told him, hey, respectfully, could you change the thumbnail? Being that it's the exact one as the original I created for our group discussion, it is likely to cause confusion. So
I don't think the consumer is that stupid. Like, I'm literally using Curtis King's thumbnail right now. I don't think fucking anyone is gonna think that I'm Curtis King. Like, I don't think that's gonna. That's what I'm saying. So if I use the thumbnail when I do the super cut of this stream, when I'm talking about this video, is Curtis King going to hate me? Is Curtis King gonna silently wish on my downfall because I use the thumbnail? I don't know.
some of our audience work jobs and they don't know how often we do the collective. And excuse me if I'm overstepping my...
I would say most of your audience works jobs. Like, how many people who do YouTube are YouTubers full time? It's like fucking like a minuscule percentage of the population, not some of them.
Saying this, I think that he strategically used that thumbnail to siphon the most amount of people in hopes that they stick around for his brand of content. I think this goes against what we were saying already, in that no, we keep the collective on the same channel. Even though it's a small ask, I still would like for him to ask, can I use your thumbnail?
That's true. If he had just asked, that's fair. That's honestly very fair. But also Curtis could have been like, just a heads up, can you ask next time? Or maybe I can make you a different thumbnail, or can you just make a different thumbnail or something, like, which he basically just did do, but like making him change it like that, and I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I can understand and empathize with it. But that happens on YouTube all the time, bro. Like, again, reaction channels basically just reuse the thumbnail and then put their face on it. So
I would have told him
that's pretty common practice on
please
YouTube.
Alter it in some way so it doesn't confuse people who are still watching the replay of the original one. Once again, just inconsiderate. He just says, say less. Things were a little awkward after that because the conversation of taking a creator's super chat just never came to mind until he brought that up. This is the DM that actually was showing you the sequence of events. He says at 1:43, just a heads up, I did let Derapy go out of the chat. I explained to him why. In that 4-hour video that I did the other day, I said, I did it. You put it on me. That was me being passionate about defending my guy, Deleted. But at the end of the day, I would never step on his toes in a Discord that he created. He asked me during that call, what would I do if I was in his shoes? And I told him I would let him go. I don't think that he is prepared, mature-wise, to be in his group. I think that one bad seed can really spoil the bunch. It could at least make it a very awkward environment, and that's not why you created this. I hit him back and I said, it's all good, fam. Also,
I can empathize with that, though. Like, I can genuinely empathize with that, because at the end of the day, how do you go about removing someone from the group that genuinely all of you don't, like, you know, gel with very well? And I don't think anyone's really saying that that's the crime here or that's the sin here. It's more so the bullying that happens afterwards that's kind of just like, just not really warranted.
So I think that was a wise move. I predicted before he made his video, he may have a baby crash out moment, but ain't no way this environment grows with that type of energy draining it, which is why his sentiments, Deleted, was to him, maybe in the future we could talk about that, because right now, the way that you're moving in a real way is very immature for this environment. Deleted, being the good dude he is, says, yeah, I'll take the blame. It's good. What you think about people in the chat who are inactive, like the other ones who never talk? You think we should leave them in there or boot? What was going on here that day was quality control. It wasn't the collective versus Derapy. It was Derapy versus Derapy. Nobody in here had malicious intent towards him. However,
I doubt that, though, based on your reaction to the situation. And I don't know, bro. Like, if Derapy is so small and if Derapy is so immature, then why would he need the kind of response y'all gave him? 4 hours of bullying, maybe over 1,000, maybe a couple thousand of dollars made off of bullying him. Like, I don't know, bro.
Ever, when you start moving funny, you start asking weird questions about money, when that's not what any of us are in here for, we look at you differently. And perhaps this is not the environment for you. I then told Deleted, if they've been inactive for more than a month, I would definitely do quality control on it if it was me. You know, DIYers, it's unfortunate that things went this particular direction because they really didn't need to. Derapy, I thought that you had a lot of great potential in this environment, but the actions that you chose to take 3 weeks after the matter, unprompted, it wasn't like we had an episode and didn't invite you after. The actions that you took to make it a public situation, when you yourself were checking my tweets for timestamps to see if I was subtweeting you, in that same Twitter account that you were watching, you could have sent a message because I haven't unfollowed you still, even after all this. I did not like the mention of my mother's name in the context of that video. It had nothing to do with me thinking you're being disrespectful to her. It had everything to do with she shouldn't have been mentioned at all. The same way I wouldn't mention anybody in your life that has nothing to do with the topic at hand. At the recording of this, I see that there's other content creators getting involved, but that is the ecosystem that we live in. It's supposed to happen. We're reaction channels. We react. But I hope that you guys understand at the end of the day that
Curtis King also said something like very frequently during that 4-hour live stream. He's like, you can tell, he was saying it to the people who were disagreeing with him and that he was then blocking from the chat, and also saying it to Derapy as he was reacting to the video, that you can tell some people have never been punched in the mouth or some people have never gotten in a fight. And he was talking about how he would literally fight people, or like he wouldn't want to say that to his face or something like that. I'm just like, bro, doesn't it seem though like perhaps let me not, but I did think that let me draw the line there, but I did think that was a very interesting commentary from him considering the way he was reacting to it.
Goal here is to build content and not talk about other content creators. I'd rather be interviewing them. I am on a run right now that I have never been on before with these interviews. I'm having a lot of fun getting to know some of the most amazing people that I have access to. And it's only going to get better from here. DIYers, I appreciate your support. I thank you for being here, even after seeing the real me that I don't apologize ever for. It took me a long time to not only become this version of Dewan, not Curtis King, but Dewan, but it took me a long time to actually love him, even when the world is telling me that I am out of my mind, or that I am insane, or that I'm wrong. I'm always open for accountability. But also, when I feel in my heart that I am being authentically me, I would rather you
can be authentically you and still say sorry for doing something that is wrong, which I don't think anything that they did was wrong other than just the fucking 4 hours of bullying. Like, I mean, doubling down on that is okay. If you're gonna double down on that, where's the 4-hour live stream then? Why not just make it public? Why not like re-upload like a supercut of it then? I don't know.
dislike me for who I really am, then love me for who I really am not. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure
I still fuck
you
with Curtis. That's not gonna change nothing for me. I still fuck with him. I fuck with all of them. I fuck with Derapy. That's not gonna change nothing. It's just like I said. It seems like a bunch of bullying, and it seems like instead of saying, I guess saying sorry. It's hard for people to say sorry, but it just makes shit so much more peaceful when you're willing to say it. Sometimes like that's really all people are waiting for. That could fix decades of pain in people's relationships and lives if they would literally just be like, you know what, I'm sorry, and the other person will literally be like, damn, and in their mind they'll be like, damn, it's crazy, that's literally what I've been waiting to hear this entire time, so that I could move on, let it go, feel better, rebuild and rekindle with you. It's like there's a lot of that in life, and it's like, I don't know, bro, this is an interesting situation. I don't care any other way, but I did think the overall situation was like just interesting. Yeah, it is. I don't know about it being, unprofessional is like, but it is disappointing to me because it's like the bullying again. It's like the bullying is just like I don't even know how to do a supercut of this stream, honestly, because I don't know how to say it in a way that if Curtis King, because I would have to sensationalize the title, because you have to do that on YouTube. That's why Derapy called the video "The Collective Kicked Me Out" instead of calling it something that might be a little bit more accurate. Like Deleted had a conversation conversation with me and let me know that I would be let go from the group that he started. Like, that's not as good of a title as just saying the collective kicked me out. So I'd have to sensationalize the title by saying something like Curtis King is a bully or something like that, even though like that's not what the content would be. It's like most at least of the beginning of this reaction was me literally defending Curtis King and his character, and I never said anything bad about his character, not even once. But I'm scared to do it because like I don't want Curtis King to hate me. Like if he probably won't fuck with me for having the kind of opinion I have about it now, which fucking sucks because I like Curtis King a lot. But then also I would not want it to go the next step further of him actually fucking reacting to the supercut and fucking bullying me in front of 1,500 people. I would hate that. So I'm genuinely thinking now, like, do I even want to upload like an edit of this shit? Because it's like, if I do, I gotta like be careful what I title it, because I don't fucking want to get bullied. Not that it would, I mean, it wouldn't bother me really that much, but I don't want it either. Like if I got shot in the head and died, it would be like, okay, well, that's not going to bother me once I'm dead, but like, I still don't fucking want it to happen. So it's like, I don't know, bro. All the people involved, I hope that the situation will kind of blow over for everybody. But yeah, Deleted just did a video about Drake fans. So, oh my God, no, it is about Derapy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream in the mic. I'm sorry. It is about Derapy, bro. He's saying Drake fans are soft and that Derapy is the soft Drake fan. Oh my God, I want to fucking die. It's not that serious. I don't care that much, but wow, this is crazy. This is like 2 streams in a row where I'm getting beef unfolding during the stream. It happened yesterday with the T-Pain thing and it's happening again today, bro. This is absolutely nuts. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and spin this. That is insane. I literally said it. It's like since Curtis King did a video, you knew Deleted was gonna do a fucking video about it. Now I don't know if, oh man, I hate this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, nah, that ain't it, bruh. That ain't it. That ain't it. He says, stay on stream, nigga. I got you right now. I got you right now. No, that is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That is genuinely type crazy, bro. So I guess when I clip it up, it's just gonna be like Curtis King and Deleted responded to Derapy or something like that, since it all happened at once. I genuinely thought it was about to be about Drake fans, because y'all know I don't like Drake fans. I'm 2 times sad about this video. Sad once that it's about Derapy, sad again because it's not actually about Drake fans, which I actually genuinely don't like. Oh no, this ain't it, brother. This ain't it. That was a good wholesome talk we had about pornography though. Like, fuck pornography for real, gang. I'm glad y'all are on that wavelength for real. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The way they doubled like 4 hours in 2 response videos is just why? Because Derapy did a fucking no, I don't know, bro.
In that 4-hour video that I did the other day, I said I did it. You put it on me. That was me.
That's what, like, Deleted literally had to watch Curtis King's video from today. Or when did Curtis King do that? I have to like find it. I have to like look at my history. Maybe it wasn't today. Did he drop it today? No, it might have been yesterday. No, yeah, I mean, it was 19 hours ago. So basically today. And then Deleted is literally using clips of that video in this video. No, bro. Birds of a feather? Nah, I don't want to take it that far, but it is crazy, bro.
Passionate about defending my God.
That was me. That was me. That was me. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become.
Oh, Curtis's was a chopped up stream. Ah, gotcha. So he did another stream. Okay, gotcha.
You were not a villain. You were not a villain. You were not a villain.
Derapy.
I don't know, bro.
I can't eat. I'm broke. I'm broke.
Can somebody throw him and his transactional fans some bread? They said they needed to spread 36 of them. They're short 36. I guess he got cats to feed or some shit.
It's crazy. I'm usually laughing at this point in a Deleted video, but I don't find any of this shit funny.
Imagine crying over $36. Just sit and
That's okay.
think about that for a second. Imagine crying to the internet instead of hitting people up yourself. Laughing but crying in the inside. Imagine messing up professional relationships because you wanted a sympathy party over $36. Imagine being a snake in 2025. Imagine crying over a Drake song.
Why does he know their names? Why is he doing roll call?
There's no way this man is doing whole roll call.
I thought the whole roll call in Nokia was also cry worthy. I'm not gonna lie, but for different reasons. Fuck Drake fans. I mean,
What's up with
I
you
don't know, bro.
Drake
That's
fans? Imagine calling yourself the biggest villain, but you're crying. Imagine me turning you into a meme and not saying your name not one time this whole video. I'm broke. That's got to be tough. You already know what it is.
you did say his name though.
Ask me if I care.
Like the video.
Do you love me, baby?
How the hell did this man go from struggle scalp to baddie with bundles in like 2 weeks? This dude literally had pubic hair patches on his scalp. Now all of a sudden he got a BBL for braids. Stop it. That's a lace front for men. You are not gonna bamboozle me. That's a sew-in with a taper. Drake over there looking like a divorced auntie at a bar. Face swollen like he allergic to criticism. While he built like the penguin from Gotham City. Why you really look like Oswald?
See, I'm laughing now. Like roast Drake, like that's what I prefer, brother. Like not the bullying, bro.
Whoa,
Let's get
you
back in
looking
our
like
bag.
Mr. Cobblepot. What is going on?
Mr.
You
Cobblepot.
look like Oswald. You looking like Mr. Cobblepot. What is going on? What happened? And then top 5 standing there looking like Drake's purse. Looking bedazzled. This is representation of Drake's entire fan base. Just so
I agree until you start using this to bully Derapy, bro. Like I agree until like why did you not make a video about Drake's fans before this? This is what I've been waiting for so I could share it with all the niggas that be in my comments talking about why are you hating on Drake? This is why, you bitch ass nigga. No, not now. Not to bully Derapy.
off, lukewarm. His community is built like warm pudding.
No
the
cap.
Barbs in the beehive could bench press y'all.
No
I'm
cap.
trying to tell y'all, Nicki Minaj's barbs and Beyonce's beehive could definitely bench press the OV hoes.
That's facts. I'm not gonna lie. They don't play either, bro.
They go harder than y'all. You guys are soft. Drake look like he
Nah,
about to
that
go
ain't
on
it,
a
though.
mimosa date with his girls. I know his fan base cry real tears when people attack him. And
They do.
y'all so nurturing over this man, it's weird. I cannot stand a coddler. I can't stand people who coddle and breastfeed grown-ass men. A grown-ass man-child. Just like him, actually. A grown-ass man-child. Just begging for attention. Like, damn, take your titty out of his mouth. He 40. He got a kid. This man will survive a diss track without you lactating in his defense. Just admit it. Y'all want to burp him after his naps. It's obvious. It's more than obvious. And honestly, I don't know exactly when this video was taken, but I'm assuming it's recent because that Nokia track was playing in the background.
When your big bro got the #1 song in the world.
Is Nokia #1? Did it go #1? Yeah, go ahead and shut the fuck up for me, top 5. I'm not gonna lie. And with that Luther video coming out, I don't think that's gonna change much. But damn, that's a real come up. He was at like 13 last week. Hey, look, Doechii. That's lit.
He posted pics on his Instagram.
Nah, Luther's still #1. I don't think it's going anywhere realistically, but I don't know. Drake might find a way to bamboozle it eventually. He's been trying for like 2 months.
Through the month of March, and his hair was short as hell. His hair was shorter than pubic hair. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's the only thing I could think of, man. Barely any curls at all. He had premature hair. His hair looked like an adolescent. It did not go through puberty yet. Literally baby hair. And now all of a sudden he got braids. Literally within 2 weeks. You can't grip his hair to put them struggle ass braids in. Stop it.
Stop it.
So I'm guessing it's a lace front. His braids got more filler than his lyrics. They're fake like his lyrics too. How you got ghostwriter braids? He looked like an exfoliated elbow. He that soft. A guacamole facial. And then the Drake fans, bro, you gotta stay with that groupie ass energy. Why y'all ready to breastfeed this man? Every time he gets cooked, you guys are way too nurturing for this middle-aged guy. He's not a baby. I'm almost certain
He is literally 40. Yeah, all the bullshit aside, Drake fans are a literal fucking joke to me. Like, I don't know if I want to maybe just make this a separate video in and of itself and then just cut out all the jokes about Derapy, because oh my god, anytime I get an opportunity to say fuck you to Drake fans, I really want to, bro, because they are dog shit. They are dog shit. I agree with that.
Defending that man like he got a BBL that you paid for. And you guys are still ready to fight over lyrics like he ain't just lose custody over the culture. He lost. Y'all repping a man who pretends to write poetry in his iPhone.
Drake never had He does have a pretty weak chin. The beard helps him a lot.
With the candle lit and his feet dangling. Stop it. Stop it. Drake fans act like calling him soft is a hate crime. It's hip hop. It's not a Disney theme song. Oh yeah, speaking of soft, this dude Chewbacca, he decided to go on an interview explaining how his feelings were hurt. His feelings were shattered after being exposed to having a weird case in the Not Like Us track by Kendrick Lamar.
At first, my first initial thing was to respond and respond quickly, very efficiently, and very to the point.
Very directly.
All right, let's be real. You weren't about to drop a diss harder than Drake. It was going to sound like straight donkey ass. It was going to be straight ass sweat. You say this like someone's supposed to be worried about your diss. Let's be for real here. What the fuck was your diss going to do that Drake's couldn't do? Like, let's really think about this for a second. If Drake couldn't pull a Drake, what the fuck was Ibaka going to do?
Where I come from, like, that shit doesn't happen. Like, you can't just call out a man and not have paperwork to back up your talks. Like, that is it's ludicrous. Then, like, to see like a whole nation behind
you
it.
You watched it too, J Lambo? Say less.
So
it's
Ibaka
certified. I gotta watch it now.
floating around that I honestly can't find. So I can't say this is factual or not. But whether it's facts or not, that shit don't fucking matter. It's rap. It's a rap battle. I could say your mama is fat and she really built like a broomstick. It's the impact that hits, not the accuracy. I could tell who never got into a sig fest at school. We be talking about aunties and grannies and shit, and you probably don't even have an auntie. We just talk shit. It's shit talking. And yeah, of course, it stings a little bit more if there's a little truth behind it, right? But at the end of the day, it's rap. Paperwork or not, it's your job to prove that it's cap. It's not our job. And if it's the truth, you gotta take that shit to the chin. That's your L. And you still ain't done that shit. If you want to be for real, you ain't proved shit. You just denied it. Just yapping, playing victim. Yap, yap, yap. That's all you do is yap session. I guess that's what all them OV hoes do though, huh? Even the old OV hoe. I'm broke. Just be yapping.
It's in poor taste. Deleted. I mean, if Deleted ever saw me talking about him saying it's in poor taste, he would not give a fuck. But like, I mean, I still gotta say what I gotta say, bro. That's in very poor taste.
And then we gotta bring up the Game and Ye falling out. Of course they would. Two people who only show loyalty to themselves, of course they're gonna fall out.
They fell out?
One is a known hater and he knows he's a hater and he's okay with being a hater. He's a straight up hater. And then the other one is an in denial, play in your face hater. It wasn't gonna work out. It was never gonna work out. The Game was spotted commenting under Top 5's pick, and that didn't sit right with Ye at all. Ye and Top 5 had already been going back and forth through the DMs, with Top 5 throwing serious threats his way. So for the Game, someone Ye just gifted 5 throwing serious threats his way.
Wow.
So for the Game, someone Ye just gifted 2 brand new Maybachs, by the way. For the Game to be publicly showing love to someone threatening his friend's life, yeah, Ye felt that was straight up bitch made and betrayal. And honestly, let's be real, who wouldn't? Like, imagine buying someone 2 $150,000 cars and they turn around and cozy up with the dude talking about unaliving you. That's wild. However, let's be real. Let's be for real. This is also Ye's karma. He spent the last year dissing everybody and they damn mama, even his own baby mama. Now he's getting a taste of that same kind of disloyalty he's been dishing out. Meanwhile, the Game just confirmed he's the same old bitter ass snake he's always been. I hate fucking snakes. I'm broke. Who likes snakes? I know I don't. You gotta cut the grass first and then they're gonna slither on out and show you where they at. They're gonna expose themselves. I'm broke. Commenting on Top 5's post, the same dude who publicly threatened to unalive Kendrick Lamar multiple times. A Compton native. Just like him. That's weird as fuck. The Game stays pressed over Kendrick. That man is a professional hater and in denial about it. At this point, they're all acting soft. The Game, Ye, Chewbacca, Drake, all y'all soft. Whole lot of feelings, zero loyalty, and they all hold zero accountability. You know, like that crybaby streamer begging for my attention? They all hold the same zero accountability. I know I'm an asshole. And I take my accountability. I'm an asshole. I'm mean as hell. And as soon as I feel like you a snake, you getting thrown away from me. Like Uncle Phil with Jazz getting thrown out the house. Get up out of here. I'm broke. Get the hell away from me. You know what I do with snakes? I let them reveal themselves. I tell them one thing and say something like, just wait a couple of weeks and you could come back in our Discord. Let the energy die down. And then I watch and see if I was right. That's how you reveal a snake. You trick them to showing their own true colors. I'm just so done with this soft ass world, bruh. When did we enter this bizarre era where if someone tests your gangster and you actually stand on business? And when I say test your gangster, that's just a saying. That doesn't mean you're trying to be a real gangster. Calm down over there. It's just a saying. It's a phrase. No one's trying to be Tony Soprano. But when someone tries to test your gangster, test your manhood, or if you're a woman, test your pride. And when you actually stand on business, they try to paint you as the one that's triggered. You know who made that shit up? Some soggy, scared, booty cheek coward who couldn't handle the fade, never been punched in their chest, and
This is where I have to stop. Okay, because this is the same commentary, this is the same rhetoric that Curtis King was peddling when I was saying, yeah, they're talking about, oh, you can tell who's never been punched in the face. You can tell who's never been. That's so stupid to me. First of all, I'm like significantly larger than the average human being. So like, there's that. And there's like a reason I just said that. But also, I've been in a lot of fights. Like I've been jumped. I've beat people up. I've been beat up. Like I've been just like in a lot. I've scraped my knee, all that shit. I hit my ankle with my scooter when it was twisting around. I've experienced all of the pain. And I'm still sitting here saying like what you guys did to fucking Derapy is just like, it's just not, it's bullying, bro. It's bullying. Like you can be a tough masculine man that doesn't bully people. Being a dickhead to people is not what makes you a man. The rhetoric is terrible. That's terrible rhetoric, and that's what leads to these super weak men. I hate that rhetoric. If there's one thing I don't like about this situation that the Deleted and Curtis King are doing, is that they're peddling this rhetoric that they're being real men by having this reaction to the situation. You're literally acting the same. If you're saying how Derapy is acting is wrong and it's not manly, you have to accept that you're also acting the same way. Curtis King did a 4-hour live stream. That is 240 minutes of him and Deleted. Deleted was the pinned comment for the entire stream, and Deleted was in there talking shit like literally every 2 minutes. So they were both basically just doing it. 4 hours of y'all fucking just destroying him. Then both of you make a video about it on top of that. It's just like, how are you not also doing the same thing? How are you not also showing you've never been punched in the face? How are you not showing that you're not tough as well? Like, and how are you gonna like you guys can't be that. Like, I'm just like, maybe Deleted is like 6'7", like 400 pounds or something, but like Curtis King doesn't look like that physically imposing of a person. So like, at least I don't so it's like, I don't understand how he's trying to get that off, but I don't know, bro. I hate
They
that.
had to invent emotional Uno reverse cards to win arguments with gaslighting. Now all of a sudden it's mental gymnastics. And then when you have a reaction to it, you're emotionally unstable. Nah, hell nah, fuck all that. You just ain't finna punk me and walk away feeling...
No one's saying you can't have a reaction to it, but it's giving emotionally and mentally unstable if y'all are gonna say you're not doing the exact same thing that you're accusing him of doing. Like, I don't know. I think it's gonna age very poorly, but...
Victorious. I'm gonna say what I gotta say back. This whole bird chest society is cooked. Hip hop, soft. Drake's little lace front and acrylic press on nails, soft. Chewbacca looking ass, crying because he was made fun of, soft. My goat out here crying all for the whole 2025, just crying. He's soft, super soft. The game, he been soft. And this clown mad over a Discord timeout and $36 fucking dollars. Soft. I'm broke. Me kicking you out of the Discord and you try to find a way to blame it on the next man. Soft. I'm broke. I guess everybody got cotton candy in their veins now. Go cry in the car.
Nah. I'm not gonna lie, that really ain't it. But you know what I'm saying? I still fuck with Curtis King. I'm gonna still watch the live streams and the videos. I'm gonna watch the next Deleted video, you know what I'm saying? This one was funny as hell. It is what it is. But I don't fuck with Derapy being bullied the way he's being bullied. That's all I'll say. I don't want to say anything about Curtis King or Deleted specifically. I'll just say the situation just looks absolutely insane. The optics of it is just so wild to me, and I don't fuck with the bullying, bro. I don't fuck with the bullying at all.